Okay, hi, this is Michael Fiore, and I want to welcome you to Module 6 of the Text Your Wife into Bed program. This is the Frequently Asked Questions and Nuts and Bolts module. I've got a lot of questions, and I just figured it'd be useful to kind of go through a few of them and tell you the right answers. The first question I get a lot is the how long should your texts be question. And my answer to that question is really very easy. It's as simple as long as they need to be. There's really no long and hard and fast rule on this kind of thing. I would say don't write a novel, but shorter is not necessarily better. And don't use text speak. You're a man, not a teenager, so no, see you there or anything like that. It's not a bad thing to have a text that goes on for several lines. I would say you want to break up your conversation stuff as you're going through it. Send her a lot of shorter text as opposed to one really, really long one. But don't be afraid to go longer every once in a while if you're really getting into the groove and giving her good material. The next question I get a lot is, which phone should I use? Personally, I think anything that has a keyboard is really going to be fine. An iPhone, a Droid, a BlackBerry, anything that really has a built-in keyboard or a virtual keyboard. One quick thing is you're definitely going to want to have an unlimited texting plan when you're doing this because you're going to be sending quite a few in order to get the results you want. But no T9 stuff. If you're using T9, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to want to cut your thumbs off before you get too far through it. Also, get your wife a good phone as well. It's no good if she isn't getting your message or if she's not able to respond in some passionate way. When should you text? I would say mid to late morning is a good time to start. You generally want to wait until the day has started and then build from there. You may also want to send her something really early in the morning, like if you on her way out the door to kind of give her a little bit of spark and a little bit of a spring in her step. At work is a good time to send her texts unless she's in meetings all day. To me, sending her text while she's at work adds a really high level of naughtiness to the entire thing, and she'll enjoy it quite a bit. And if she's at home with kids, I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to love you for reminding her she's a woman, for reminding her that she is sexy, for reminding her that she is someone to be lusted after and wanted and appreciated. I would say definitely you want to text your wife while you're on a business trip or while she's on a business trip. It's a great way to maintain your bond between the two of you, and it tells her that you're thinking of her the entire time. It's kind of what I consider to be a tether between the two of you because you're basically building anticipation the entire time you're gone, and you can have amazing reunion sex while you're on business trips. When shouldn't you text? I would say if she asks you not to repeatedly and means it, then you should take a hint. That means she really does not want you to keep doing this kind of stuff. At a funeral is a bad time to text, or anytime there's a tragedy, if she's at her mother's bedside or something like that. Probably not the best way to go unless you can do it in a way that's going to really lighten the mood and make her feel good. And when she's really stressed out is a bad time to do it as well. Sometimes, you can send her a text or something along the lines of, hey, I know you're stressed out, but can you imagine what it'll be like when you feel my fingers running down your shoulders and you feel that stress evaporating from your body? But a lot of times, if she's in a bad mood, you don't want her associating that with this little game of yours, so don't go there. Can you text too much? Yes, you can. Don't do more than 2 or 3 texts without a response, even a short one. And sometimes her response is just going to be something as simple as a few ellipses in a row. That's fine. You just want to get something back from her. Because if you send 5 or 6 in a row without a response, that could mean she's just busy, she's at the market, she's in a way she can't really look at her phone at that moment. So I would wait for a response before you do and make sure there's a balance. Basically, anything more than 4 from you to 1 from her, you're getting a little bit out there. How to read her reactions along the way. This is a question I get a lot. Your wife's not going to be in front of you while you're doing this, so how do you tell kind of what's going on with her? If she says you're being silly in a text, that's, I would say, be tenacious. If you don't have a sexual rapport with your wife yet, or if you don't have the one you used to have, it can take time to create. You may have to stay at the first 2 phases of this with the pivot text and the establishing your lust for her for a while, and that's okay. But eventually you're going to be able to move on to the multi-sensual texting and the good stuff. Once she realizes you're serious about what you're doing, she's going to come around. I guarantee it. They always do. I've never had a case where I've seen a woman who really didn't, except for in a case where, really that relationship was already fundamentally problematic in a way that wasn't going to be fixed. But generally speaking, if there is some real affection there, you're going to have some great things go on. And remember that you want to focus on her pleasure the entire time in order to get your pleasure. You have to give in order to get. If she really takes control and gets into it, then you roll with it. You've got a gusher here. That's a good news. But you're going to have to read her along the way. Be ready to resume control at any time, because if you just roll over for her, she's not going to like it. She's probably going to lose some respect for you. She might take control for a short amount of time, saying, here's what I do, here's what you do, here's what I do, here's what you do, but you have to be ready to come back in at any given time. Not now, I'm working. Pretty often, a pretty common objection. Tease her, call her bluff. She's probably not really, she's probably just kind of messing with you a little bit there. But if she's really serious about it, I would say back off for a bit. Remember, we are building up over time here. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And that means you have to be willing to really put in the work. You have to be willing to just kind of keep coming back to her over and over again, to the point that she starts seeing this dirty channel of yours as a special thing between the two of you, a great game for the two of you, where she can really have a lot of fun. Okay, and that's really all I got for you. Your job now is to go use this stuff. The Text Your Wife into Bed program has been proven to work by quite a few people at this point. It's been reviewed by men, by women. It's been used out in the field, and this stuff just works if you do it, but it only works if you actually do it. If you just take this program and leave it on your bookshelf, ain't nothing going to happen. If you do use it, you're going to become another one of my very happy, satisfied customers who send me testimonials and thank me. And I really love that. You can start small. You don't have to go for the full Monty right out of the gate, but you do have to start with something. You have to get out there and say, send her a pivot text, send her an asset text, send her something that basically says, man, I'm thinking about you and I lust after you and I think you are really freaking hot. I want to do dirty, dirty things to you. She'll like it. I promise you, she will like it. I don't care what your background is, how conservative you are, how liberal you are, how religious you are, how religious you aren't. This stuff works, and there's ways to apply it no matter what level of dirtiness you're going for. One thing I can kind of say is the more uncomfortable you are sending something, the more it's going to turn her on. The only thing holding you back is your own bravery. And it's not really bravery. She's your wife, for God's sake. You can do this stuff. And you're going to be amazed at the gratitude, especially women who have been desexualized in some way, where they don't really feel as sexy as they used to. They feel too much like mom. They feel too much like a professional. When you give this stuff, they're going to be so grateful for letting them feel like a sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, fucking amazing woman again. Okay, that's all I got for you. So my name again is Michael Fiore, and I want to give you my email address, which is michaelfiore@textyourwifeintobed.com. That's the website where you first heard about this. And, email me. I do get a lot of emails, so I might not be able to personally get back to you, but I do get every single email personally, and I look at it. And if you say, Michael, I really liked this product and hear this way, thank you so much, I'm going to get that. I'm going to hear it. If you say, Michael, I really liked it, but here's what's missing, those are my favorite kinds of emails to get, because they tell me what to improve in the next version of the product. And as a customer of the product, you're going to get upgrades to this product for as long as I have it. So if I decide to change some of the videos, I'll give you access to those. If I decide to change some of the PDF material or add to it, you'll get that as well. Just my way of taking care of my customers, and I want you to get the best stuff. So there you go. So again, my name has been Michael Fiore, and thank you so much. I really appreciate your trying this stuff out. It's a passion of mine to help guys like you use this material, and to help the women in your life also have more sex, have better sex, have a better connection, have a better marriage, have all of those things going on. So thank you so much. Get out and use it. Make sure you go through all the cheat sheets and all the material, use this stuff, and you're going to have great things happen. Thank you so much.